right, welcome back, guys. Ashley's here again as usual.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna be doing a little bit different things. Not necessarily an entree, but something fun. I'm gonna do a keto pizza today. A lot of the keto crusts you see out there have cauliflower or broccoli in them, and I'm gonna do a completely different recipe where we're just using cheese and a little bit of almond flour just to kind of bind it together. It's a really quick recipe, and it works really awesome. If you have kids, you can make this dough ahead of time and make little personal pizzas. You can make a large pizza, and then you can pre-cook the dough. If you want to put it back in the freezer, save it for later, save it for another day, make a big batch of it.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that'd be nice to like just make a big batch and then have it kind of just to pull out.
It's like just make a big batch of crust and then have your own frozen pizza crust for whenever you want to. Whenever you want to make this. So
school's getting ready to start, so that'll be a good one to have stuck somewhere to just pull out and do the ingredients.
Give them a little Lunchable or something. Yep. So what I have here is I have 2 cups of just an Italian cheese, a teaspoon of thyme, and a couple tablespoons of cream cheese to kind of smooth it out. We're going to melt this over a double boiler. You can put it in a microwave safe bowl and just kind of go every 30 seconds on high just to start to make sure it doesn't burn. But you just kind of want it melted. And so you want to just kind of incorporate that until it melts. I'm going to turn the heat up, get it going. And then I have a 3/4 cup of almond flour. There's several different kinds. If you have a brand that you prefer, buy that brand. You need to make sure it's kind of fine, because if it's not fine, it's going to get that kind of crispy. I'm eating an almond instead of a pizza.
Right. Yep.
So just get that there. I also have about a half a teaspoon of salt, just because salt makes everything kind of taste better. But this is keto friendly. If you're not following a strict keto diet, you can use like a barbecue sauce or something with some added sugar in it, but there's no added sugar in there. You want a barbecue chicken pizza, you just want to make like little crisps. You can stick them on, make little cheese crisps and little chip snacks. But I've used this recipe before, so I know it works. So this is not a trial and error. We used it at a little dinner party. We made tiny little mini pizzas and hors d'oeuvres and stuff at a little event. So there's just a ton of ideas that you can do with this. It's a really easy recipe. If you go to like the cheese island here, the cheese aisle, the 8-ounce bags of cheese that you can buy, that's about 2 cups. So a bag of cheese per recipe here.
Well, and you do see all the time, like you said, like for the keto, like the broccoli crust or, the cauliflower crust. So this is nice to have something a little bit different.
Yeah, it goes a lot faster. You don't have to worry about, boiling the cauliflower, squeezing out all the water, and then making sure it's flat. And gonna stick the almond flour in there. And so right now I have the oven preheated to 425. 425 will get you a nice golden crisp crust, and then we're going to lower that down. We're going to pull the crusts out because you kind of want to par bake them first. We're going to pull the crust out and lower the oven down to about 350, 375. Kind of depends on your oven. If your oven runs hot, you got to kind of be careful with this one because it does like to brown fast. So just keep an eye on it. For your pizza sauce, if you have a special one you want to use, I know we have a couple brands here. Rao, it's in our health food section. It's only about 40 calories per jar.
Wow.
It's if you're looking for a nice calorie intake difference, 40 calories per jar, you're probably not going to find much different than that. Yeah. I'm going to take this off. It's kind of melted, and I'm just going to knead it together by hand now. So the cheese is warm. It's going to be a little hot. If you have gloves, by all means, glove or double glove.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to knead it together and make a nice little dough ball here. Set that to the side. But it should be warm. It's not hot, so I just want clean hands.
Clean hands.
But it also smells really good because I have thyme in there, so the little Italian seasonings kind of make it come together. But you can see it kind of looks like normal dough. You can't really tell that there's almonds in there, almond flour. So if you have a certain cheese you want to use, I use the Italian cheese, so it has Romano, Parmesan, a little bit of Fontina in there, I believe, as well. It works well with like the harder cheeses because the harder cheeses tend to crisp up under pressure. Use like a mozzarella or something like that. It just kind of melt and get greasy everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set this to the side. Since you're here today, we're gonna make two. I'll make one.
Yay!
You make one. Split it in half.
I'm stoked. Should I glove up?
You want to glove up? You glove
I
up.
should. I want to be clean.
This out of the way.
All right. Okay. So I'm just flattening it.
Just gonna flatten it out. And I just have parchment on this baking sheet here, just to kind of make sure it doesn't stick. It's gonna make everybody's life a whole lot easier. If you want a square pizza, make a square pizza. If you want it to look like a heart, if it's Valentine's Day, why not?
Ooh, that'd be fun. We need a heart. I think we can do it.
You know, and if you want to get crazy, you want to experiment, I've never tried it. You might be, I don't know if you can accomplish a deep dish with this or anything like that, but there's only really one way to find out.
Just got to go for it.
Like I said, it's super easy. I used one package of cheese and then a 3/4 cup of almond flour. Our almond flour, we can get it in the health section. Comes in 1 pound, 1 pound bags, and you're gonna get probably with a 3/4 cup of the 1 pound bag, you're gonna get between 4 and 6 batches with one thing. And if you go try to buy a keto crust on the shelf, you're looking, sometimes between $6 to $10 for just the packages of crust.
Yeah.
Where you can make, six,
Several,
seven crusts, and it's gonna come out to about $3-4. You're gonna be ahead of $3 or $4 a crust. So then it's gonna be homemade. It's gonna taste better. You're gonna feel better about yourself.
You're gonna feel like Betty Crocker, Susie Homemaker, whatever.
Nice heart.
Thanks.
It's looking good.
Is it too thick still?
That's up to you. That's your preference.
Okay.
So,
well, I like mine a little bit thick, so this is like the bomb heart.
Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So I don't know if you guys see this.
Nice.
She did a good job. She did a good job. So we're gonna hit this in the oven. Just about 5 minutes. You kind of just to get it where it's gonna get kind of golden brown. You don't want it to burn, so you want to watch that. Meanwhile, while that's cooking, if you want to get any of your ingredients ready, a lot of people you want to use hamburger. This is the time where you brown your hamburger.
Okay.
Luckily enough, I have an Italian section here.
Ooh.
Where all my stuff is kind of ready for me. So since it's keto, you always think of like a lot of cheese, a lot of meat, a lot of cheese, a lot of meat. So I just have sausage. I do have some bacon crumbles, a little bit of pepperoni.
Nice.
If you want something different, some chicken, different sauces. This is no sugar added sauce. It's just a basic pizza sauce. So you can buy a jar of sauce off the shelf if you want, or you can make your own. I have a couple recipes for that. I can be more than happy to stop by the store. I'll give you a nice pizza sauce recipe.
Yeah, yum. I'm just going to be happy if I get the crust.
Yeah.
Right. Whew.
I also use whole milk mozzarella. Whole milk mozzarella melts a lot better. Typically when you buy cheese off the shelf, it'll be like part skim or skim low moisture, which it tastes the exact same. It's fine. This has a way better texture. So the whole milk mozzarella you can still find in the cheese section. It's just separate. And you don't realize it when it's there. But if you look for it, it makes the best pizza. It's
gotta have it. Okay.
Best pizza, best sandwiches. So I gotta check this out. Always check your ovens. So they're already starting to melt a little bit, so that's good. We're waiting. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes.
Perfect.
The crust should start coming out golden brown like this. So it looks pretty good. You don't want it to get. You got to make sure to watch this one because it goes really fast. Now I'm going to lower the temperature down about 350. Let's turn this bad boy around.
Oh yeah, give me my heart.
Actually, let's just shift over here. Let's start building our own pizza here.
Okay.
So we got your sauce there. You want
Sweet.
sauce up first.
get saucy here. Is it just totally preference or?
It's all preference.
Okay.
You like sauce? Put sauce on there. You don't like sauce? You could just put olive oil and garlic on there if you wanted to, or you make, you know. Going full keto, avocado oil, I guess, would work really well.
Nice. Lots of options.
I think it's gonna be pretty good, pretty good.
Okay.
If you have any, here's your toppings here. Some people like to put the toppings on first and then the cheese. What kind of person are you?
I like the cheese on top.
You like the cheese on
top? What do you like?
I think it kind of depends on the pizza for me. If I'm doing something crazy like a taco pizza, I'll put the cheese over the toppings. That way it keeps everything there and I don't have like this big mess.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of binds it together a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to go for it and just do a little bit of everything. Okay.
And so this would just be a nice little fun activity with the kids.
Yeah. I used to love like nights when my mom would do these little personal, pizzas and we'd all make our own, and that was always fun as a kid.
And then now really the crust is already cooked, so you're basically just kind of waiting for your cheese to melt. So, and I'll put my pepperonis on top. So I can get...
I like to be surprised, what I'm going to get underneath there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right.
So we're just gonna pop this back in the oven for another just about 5 minutes, and then it's gonna come out.
Looking
You've
fantastic.
spent about 20 minutes, and you have yourself a homemade keto crust pizza right there.
Yummo.
All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. The cheese is just starting to melt.
Yummy.
Crust is cooked.
Oh, look at that.
Looks pretty great. Looks pretty great. If you want the cheese a little bit more brown, you can leave it in there. You can turn your broiler on, get that direct heat on top of the cheese, and cooks the pizza really fast in the broiler. But they look really great. Let's cut into these guys.
Delicious.
Yeah. You got that nice little crisp. We're just gonna go 4.
4.
Do you want to cut yours?
I feel like you should do it broken heart style.
Broken heart.
Wah, wah, wah. It's a broken heart now.
And so there's enough oil in the cheese, so you can kind of see there's enough oil and cheese that you're not going to really have a stick problem here. So
right.
We can just pick our little board here.
Yes.
Let's get your heart on there.
Aw, look at that heart.
Now, I have chef hands. That was really hot. Don't do that at home.
Don't do that at home. I would have cried. Aw, look at it.
So let's present Ashley's for the day. Look at this nice, lovely little heart.
Look at that heart. Yay.
Good?
I think so. Yummy.
Yeah. I got this guy
awesome.
right here.
I'm stoked. It was fun to make a shape. You guys need to make shapes.
Now, if you want your crust a little bit crispier, you can obviously leave your crust in there for the first bake a little bit longer.
Yep.
It's all preference, and that's all up to you.
And you can definitely tell, like mine was just a little bit thicker, how quickly this goes compared. Yep. So.
Yep. Well, awesome. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Try this recipe at home. Try it with your kids. It's an awesome family recipe.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.